Hello there! Did you catch the 2025 Super Formula season opener? It was pretty brilliant. Quick cars, close racing, interesting storylines, and a fantastic venue. It had everything I could have asked for. The series has been able to produce countless F1 superstars in the past and managed to create some of its own. So if it's a fun series with great cars and tight racing, why is nobody watching? Of course, I'm not the first person to ask about Super Formula and its lack of relevance. Olivia Hicks wrote an article on it last year for Black Pug Motorsport. The conclusion? Racing is not the problem, nor is the technology at hand. Super Formula just so happens to run one of the most sustainable race cars on Earth. Yet, in terms of marketing, the series seemingly leaves a lot to be desired. It's not got any TV rights deal in the US, nor is it particularly ingrained in any pop culture zeitgeist. Looking at you, Australian Grand Prix sponsored by Louis Vuitton. To quote Higgs, Super Formula's international anonymity amongst Formula One fans can be explained by a few factors. Currently, few star drivers are competing in the series. US sports media rights aren't on the table, and in an increasingly online world, Super Formula's social media posts reach only 51,500 Instagram followers. Marketing is more focused on local efforts, and attempts to compete with Super GT seem to be more viable. So then, should Super Formula seek contemporary relevance in the eyes of Western audiences? No, Jesus Christ, no. I'm happy to report that Motorsport TV streamed the races with English commentary, and you can watch the first two races for free on their website. However, when it comes to the series itself, it's always been very centered on Japan. Right from the mid-70s, the majority of drivers were Japanese. Sponsors, TV production, all of it focused on Japan as its main market. While it might be frustrating from the outside looking in, I don't want this to become a scenario where I start complaining about how a company somewhere in Japan is doing business when I do not matter for said business. Would I enjoy more international coverage of Super Formula? Sure, it's a great series, but the potential that is lying there, wasting away, isn't just the series or the brand itself. More importantly, I feel, it's the car and concept. This is the SF23, the world's fastest road racing monoposto vehicle, other than F1, of course. Dallara didn't just copy previous Super Formula ideas and merge them with modern Formula 2 technology. It's produced an eco-friendly, sort of, racing machine capable of incredibly quick lap times. And guess what? Only Super Formula uses these beasts for racing, and autonomous AI BS racing. Nobody cares about that. Wouldn't it be wonderful to watch these beauties around Spa, Monza, Zolder, Hockenheim, any of the alike? iRacing tends to think so. The SF23 finds itself amongst the most popular open-wheelers on the service. Racing these beasts toe-to-toe sure makes for a fun pastime, which only emphasizes the potential for further expansion in the real world. Some of you might be aware, for example, that IndyCar is planning to introduce a new machine for 2027, so maybe, yeah, I'd love to see them use the SF23 or something along those lines in IndyCar. Utilizing similar cars for both series could reduce costs, I think, and produce the possibility for fun crossovers, DTM Super GT style. Speaking of those two, I'd love to see a European championship with such a car, an idea already brought up years ago by Rob Hensford. Could you imagine the scenes? 3 continents, 3 series, 1 car. I'd love it. Super Formula thrives on supporting local communities. The idea is, seemingly, to strengthen motorsport in different cities all over Japan, giving back to the populace right at their doorstep, and doing so without racing in front of their doorstep. Lol. This is the true potential I see in Super Formula, a technical and structural blueprint for future continental championships, waving goodbye to the necessity for a wasteful world championship championship circus. It's dreamy, I know, but such ideas, even as fragments, fascinate me much more than endless debates about upcoming Formula One rule sets. Europe could certainly do with a top-tier single-seater championship. Remember, before there was a Drivers' World Championship in Grand Prix racing, European motorsport was dominated by a European driver's crown. America is set with IndyCar, and its potential is well known to race fans all around the globe. With Fox Sports at their site, they might be able to branch out to South America, whereas Super Formula is trying to grow in Asia. Maybe we'll see something like this trifecta someday. For now, I just hope that somebody outside of Japan, or AI racing, picks up the phone to Dallara and furthers the fuel of this beautiful machine. TLDR, Super Formula's potential isn't solely wasted by its lack of TV viewership. It's not being taken as a possible blueprint for a smaller scale motorsport future. More local championships based on the same cool car, promoting efficiency outside of F1. Deal? Deal. Great, now go watch some Super Formula.